Hey guys, arrived in Salamis, the last place that I'm going to visit on the island of Cyprus, and it also completes my entire tour around the island. 6 kilometers from here is the city of Famagusta, or Gazimagusa, as the Turks are calling it. Between those two places there is only one city called Tuzla. Salamis actually stands at the mouth of the river Pedieos, who empties it into the sea, and it was founded by Teucer, son of Telamon, which is the one who didn't manage to revenge his brother death, Ajax. Ajax was killed by Hector, Prince of Troy, son of Priam, king of Troy, in the Trojan War. So he founded the city, that's the legend, and made a beautiful city here. The entire city was inhabited until the 7th century after Christ, when the Arab raids destroyed it to the ground. But before you're going to see the remains, behind me is the gymnasium, or the palaestra, and we're going to see a couple of beautiful things. Well, I have to tell you before that the few places that I've been through around the island. 4 of them are between Limassol and Paphos. The first one, I should say, would be the castle of Colossi. It was a castle built by the Byzantines, and also the Templars lived there, and they had their commandery over there. That's why also there is an old wine of the island, probably the oldest wine, as they said, in the world. Has about 1,000 years since it's produced under this name, Commandaria. It is a sweet wine, so if you come here and you're enjoying sweet wines, this could be a good choice. The second place would be a few kilometers forward from Colossi Castle, would be the Wine Museum. The third place will be the old ancient city of Kurion. It is a similar ancient settlement, where you can find also a beautiful theater over there, a stadium almost similar with the one that we've seen in Delphi, and remains of an old basilica, an Nymphaeum. An Nymphaeum is a temple of water goddesses, and Roman baths, of course, and some Roman villas. Among those Roman villas, there are about 2 really important, with beautiful mosaics. One of them is called the Gladiator House, not because gladiators lived there, but because of their mosaics, and depicts 2 beautiful scenes, one of 2 gladiators fighting each other, and the second one also with 2 gladiators with a referee among them. So there is also the house of Achilles over there, because it depicts Achilles in the scene. The fourth place, and probably the most important one, between Limassol and Paphos, it should be Petra at Romiu. It's a quite beautiful place at the seaside. It is called, or could be translated, the Rock of the Greeks. That's because until 1820s the Greeks also called themselves Romans. So it is a place where there are some huge boulders that are coming out from the sea, and due to their base erosion, it seems like they are floating on the water. And it is believed that it's the birthplace of Aphrodite. Aphrodite is the best known goddesses here in Cyprus. It was the most important worship place for Aphrodite was in the Aegean and Mediterranean Sea, was here on Cyprus, with a huge and large temple in Paphos. And over there, there is also a legend. It is said that, that's for ladies, if you want to have eternal beauty, you should swim around the rock of Aphrodite, which is the biggest boulder over there, 3 times. So ladies, if you want eternal beauty, you should come to Cyprus, but first you should learn how to swim. So that's the fourth place. Another interesting and beautiful place is the highest point of the island of Cyprus, which are the mountains of Troodos, which the peak of Olympus has about 1952 meters above sea level. And you can reach there by car and also by public transportation. And unfortunately, just on top of this peak, there is a British military facility over there. But it's a beautiful view, and there are also some ski lifts over there. So if you come during the winter, you will have lots of chances to have also some skiing. So we are here in Salamis, as I said. This is the palestra, or the gymnasium, with huge colonnades. Let's go closer and look at them. Marble colonnades with beautiful capitals on top of it. I think the biggest capitals that I've seen of sandstone are here at Salamis, at the temple of Zeus. It's about 1 kilometer from here. Beautiful corner base colonnade, heart-shaped. Over there is the latrine. It had this 1.44 places. But we move forward. So the gymnasium was actually the place where people gathered and would talk, would learn. There is also a floor here, almost in opus sectile technique, all over the place. Lots of statues, headless, fortunately. You can see also spiral flute colonnades. Let's see the statues and the pool. Most of these statues were found near the theater and amphitheater, but they were placed here. So that's the pool. I wonder myself, where do they have so much water here? Because there's a plain all around it, and we are on the seaside. But they have huge reservoirs on that direction. I haven't seen so far that large reservoirs. This is another pool, but it's called the frigidarium, or the cold room. There are two of them. And here we have the sauna. Huge place. As you can see beneath, there is room for the hot air to heat up the room. Definitely it was vaulted in one point, but the roof, vaulted roof. But nevertheless, a huge sauna. Behind it, there's a second sauna. And what I want to show you are these beautiful mosaics over here, because I just have to imagine how this entire room looked like when it was brand new or in use. So this should be the furnace, probably beneath, where they heated the water. Because they needed a furnace to provide hot steam and hot water. So another cold room, frigidarium.
To było miejsce socjalne. Tak jak mówię, nie było telewizji.
A long roof-vaulted room. This one could also be used as a furnace. And now we are going towards the theater. It is the last landmark of Salamis. Here it was an amphitheater, but as you can see, there are just few remains. The theater was also rebuilt, but it used to have about 15,000 places. Well, it's not that large anymore, but still it is an important place for the ones that lived here. Well, the parts of a theater are usually formed by the orchestra, which is this one in the middle of the theater. The stage would be up there, and the seats, as you can see, are here all around. What I want to say is that Salamis is the name which is similar with the other Salamis from Attica, which we talked about. Both places have a really common event, but it's not quite common because it happened 30 years distance. So in 480 was the battle between Athenians and Persians in the Gulf or the Bay of Salamis in the south of Athens. And in 450, right here at this Salamis, it was the battle between Athenians and Persians on land and on sea right here. So quite a coincidence, I might say. Well, over there are also some Roman baths. Continuing the road, it is called the Colonnade Road. You can reach also to a huge basilica, remains of course, and afterwards a quite huge temple of Zeus. And there is also another huge church on that direction, near to the sea. It was an important Christian place because over here, or on the west side, there is a church called Barnabas Church. Barnabas was the person who born here on the island, and being born here, he used to preach Christianity with Saint Paul. Both of them went to Alexandria and Antioch and Rome to preach Christianity, and when they came here, they started to do the same thing. Well, Barnabas was also stone killed here on Cyprus, in Cyprus, due to the fact that he was Christian in 61 after Christ. So it is believed that he was the one who actually was the founder of the Cyprus Church. There is a monastery of Saint Barnabas, or there used to be, or remains on that direction, and there is also a church over there. It is believed that his body is buried over there. Lots of tombs on that direction, lots of them, like all over this island. So I think Cyprus is an interesting place to visit. Lots of similarities with Crete Island, because there is also lots of Mycenaeans influences around here. But this Salamis, as we see today, is definitely a Greek ancient city with Roman influence also. And it was the capital of the island of Cyprus until the Romans came, when they moved it to Paphos. And after Paphos, we talked about in Nicosia, they moved during the Byzantines, they moved the capital to Nicosia. So this was Salamis, Cyprus, Salamis. See you next time.